Why should we deal with a yearly communication plan when everything is in an instant and constant change? That was a question I recently received from many of you following my series of communication videos. It is a complex issue, bearing in mind globalization on one hand and digitalization on the other hand, fostering a 24/7 readiness for immediate change, whilst at the same time preparing for an orderly and connected communication work with planned output for best outcome seems agreeable as well. The American General Dwight D. Eisenhower, the Supreme Commander of the Allied forces in the West during World War II, profoundly stated, "Plans are nothing, planning is everything." It is the constant dialogue over time with our fellow colleagues and team members that defines how we establish maneuverability, flexibility, and agility through a well-designed, structured planning process. All impacting factors should be explored in terms of options and contingencies. In a fast-moving world, we need to define alternatives for appropriate actions as future events unfold quickly. Based on the knowledge gained during this probing, a communication plan takes shape, and with that plan, you define prioritized action for best impact and optimized resource setting to minimize risk, mitigate stress, and avoid mistakes. It is the planning process that sets the scene rather than the plan. We know for a fact that there is a message fatigue among our colleagues. We also know for a fact that the executive board hired us to drive our strategic directions within our businesses. That is why we should utilize a plan together with the leadership, aiming at jointly addressing the strategic direction with one global voice. The plan should present the connectivity of vital factors so that they fit globally and locally and collectively or individually. It serves like a strategic map, giving us an overview of how our annual efforts lands in our daily operations. The three delicate factors that the communication plan should offer guidance within are connected messages to minimize the communication fatigue and therefore greater impact, connected stakeholder reach for relevant and best outcome, and connected actions to maximize global and local efforts, bringing the best return on invested capital. Conventional wisdom states that it's the blend of internal and external brand equity that builds the long-term brand equity assets, which is a robust prerequisite for all successful companies. As a consequence, a communication plan is needed to define, drive, and transform our intangible values to become tangible result. That is why, in this sense, a communication plan is equally important as an HR manning plan, a digitalization plan, a production plan, or what have you. A proper structural setup drives behavioral change. Collectively, it drives progress. Individually, it drives speed, flexible mindset, preparation for the unfold, and sense of urgency. In an ever-changing business environment and in a world of constant change, the combination of a strategic direction and a structural setup will serve us well to meet unfold matters for immediate impact and in an orderly fashion for optimized impact. Go for it.